trees will whisper the word.
And a half years, I served practically on the aircraft like MiG-21. People say, those who leave the forces, people say, I'm retired. We are retired, but never tired.
Whatever happened in Operation Sindhu, where are we currently standing now?
Sindhu will go, Baluch will go, and POK has to come to India without even fighting. Terror and talks will not happen together. Ani ke saath khoon nahi beh sakta. Today is the era where India doesn't have to depend on any country. India is self-sufficient to beat any of the countries.
Leo, where leadership isn't just a name you carry, it's an experience you earn. We are the student chapter of Lions Clubs International, and we believe in learning by doing. From hosting big events on campus to taking part in real social work, like donation drives and awareness campaigns, we take action with purpose. As part of this mission, the Leo Club brings you a podcast series that talks about important social issues, topics that matter and need to be heard. This episode is a special one, not just because it marks the beginning of our journey, but because of the powerful topic we are about to explore. Wings of Courage, an airman's tale from the Indo-Pak front. When it comes to understanding the army, war, and the harsh ground realities of conflict, who better to share those insights than an actual army officer? In a time when discussions around this topic are at their peak, our mission is to bring you insights straight from those who have served and sacrificed for the nation. In this episode, we bring you a first-hand perspective that bridges the gap between the battlefield and the civilian world. We are honored to have Sir Yashavanth Gopal Shetty, who has served as a sergeant in the Indian Air Force. His experience and dedication to the nation's defense bring a perspective that is both authentic and deeply rooted in service. Good evening, sir, and welcome to the very first episode of our series. I am Arpita Sahu, your host for today. Welcome to the show, sir. But before we start this episode, I would like to pay tribute to him and all their soldiers who risk their lives at the front lines so that we can live in peace. Their courage, sacrifice, and unwavering dedication to the nation will always be remembered and deeply respected. Now, I would like to introduce our guest of the night, Sir Yashavanth Gopal Shetty.
Hi everybody, good evening and Jai Hind.
Sir. So, how are you feeling about being here? Is this a new experience
Fantastic.
for you too?
It isn't a new experience to me, but yes, to be a part of the podcast, yes, it's a new experience. Always on TV, All India radios, I've been speaking, delivering lectures on patriotic topics.
But what made you join the Air Force in the first place? Was it your dream or someone's decision?
Should I be very frank? I didn't join the Indian Air Force for Desh Seva. I joined the Indian Air Force for Pet Ki Puja because of the poverty. And after having joined the Indian Air Force, and there is a trick, there is a secret why I joined the Indian Air Force also. I was doing my BSc and I was a part of the NCC Air Wing. I was fortunate to get my glider wing. When I got my glider wing, my NCC CO told me, my dear, you wish to fly steel birds, you can. Education, you can continue later on also. So after that moment, whenever I opened my BSc books, I was only seeing aircrafts flying and I was hearing the sound of aircraft. That was the main. Wing Commander G.K. Avasthi sir is the main reason why I have joined the Indian Air Force. But I didn't become a pilot. I was not qualified, maybe for various reasons. But I never took my step back. I continued with my service. I ended up as an aeronautical electrical engineer. Out of 16 years that I served the Indian Air Force, I'm very happy to share 13 and a half years I served practically on aircraft like MiG-21 BIS, which is generally in the modern era, it is related with the Abhinandan because he shot F-16 through this MiG-21 BIS Bison. And then I was transferred to Kiran aircraft, HJT-60 Hindustan Jet Trainer, which is very familiar with the civilians as Surya Kiran team, correct? Fly past team. So most of the time I spent with the Surya Kiran aircraft, but 1.5 years I served even MiG-21 Bison between 1980 and 81. And then the journey was almost out of 16 years, as I said, 13 and a half years I served practically on aircraft, befitting to my Wing Commander G.K. Avasthi's slogan that you can fly steel birds. I did not fly steel birds as a pilot, but I was always flying. And that was a thrill, adventure, paid adventure. And as I said, I didn't join the Air Force for Desh Seva, but in the course of our training, we were so motivated, so encouraged by our senior superiors that this Desh Seva or patriotism is in the blood even today. And it is with almost all the soldiers or the uniformed men. That is for men or women. I don't say it as men. Even men and women, when you wear uniform, patriotism comes very automatically. And when there is a Indian tricolour on your chest, you are never allowed to do wrong things. That is the spirit of this tricolour. Yeah.
That badge gives you a responsibility, just not to
Yes.
serve your country, but also not to do anything wrong.
Yes. And service to the utmost level of sacrificing your, because when we passed out, the first thing we do is we sign a bond. Whenever there is a call of the nation, people are ready to volunteer and go to the border and fight a war. It's a dream of a soldier to be a part of war, not bothering about whether I'll be alive or not. Dying or sacrificing your life for the cause of the nation is the best sacrifice that anyone can think of. And all martyrs are really fortunate, getting their bodies wrapped with tricolour and coming and getting the honors. It's a real respect, irrespective of caste, religion, region, and it's the utmost salute that anybody can get after the death, not while living, even after death. That soul or the body is respected by everybody. So that's a great feeling anyway. I was not fortunate enough for that actually. Yeah.
But we are fortunate,
Yes.
sir, that we are getting you listen about these things, like what you learn from your training, how the soldiers are so strong mentally and physically that they don't bow down in front of their enemies. And now I can understand why they don't.
You know, yeah. People say, those who leave the forces, people say, I'm retired. But let me tell you one more good thing about these retired people. We are retired, but never tired. Even if the nation requires our services, even at this young age of 65, not only me, elder members of my community, this association, they still say, recently, after Operation Sindhu, we as an association, we wrote a letter to Prime Minister. We are ready to join the forces without salary. We don't want salary. We want our country to be safe, country to be protected. So that is, if every citizen of India takes one step forward, India will move 142 crore steps forward, which is a very big leap, a very big growth, right?
Hearing all these things, I mean, now I can understand why a soldier is so different from a normal civilian. This just a push can push you towards the war field without even having a fear in your mind or even in your heart. But
You
let's now talk.
want me to share one example as to what this
Yes, sir, definitely.
patriotic means? In 1987, I was in Hyderabad Airways. Message came from air headquarters that we have to move all our engineers to the border and the army also. So we said, sir, four people from each state were required. I was a bachelor. I said, sir, I'm ready. Likewise, all bachelors said, sir, don't send married people. They have family, wife and children. So you send bachelors. So there was one friend of mine, Keralite Murali, who was a married man and having family. He came and fought with my boss. He said, do you doubt my integrity? I am also equally important to him. You do one thing, I am giving you a solution. You want 4 people from each state, send 2 bachelors and 2 married people. So we started cursing him that because our chances were reduced, no, by 50%. Then our boss conveyed it to air headquarters, sir, I cannot put names because people are fighting to go to the border. Air headquarters said, we salute their patriotism. Forget it, we'll send names at random. So we were till lunch, we were cursing this Murli for becoming a hurdle into our movement towards the border. But then when we were having lunch in the mess, the message came, and I was one of the luckiest to be moved out. That was 27th January 1987. All aircrafts were full, no civil aircraft, no Air Force aircrafts were available. Even from Pahalgam Museum, aircraft was brought on service and it was used. So we got Indian Airlines flight midnight at 1:30 a.m. we took off. The temperature was 18 degrees in Hyderabad. When we reached Delhi, Pahalgam, at 3:20 after 1 hour 50 minutes, it was 2 degrees Celsius. You know, Delhi cold. They gave us a mug full of tea, matri, and then paper to fill our credentials, our proficiency. We wrote, and at 5 o'clock in the morning, I got airlift in a packet aircraft which was pulled from Pahalgam Museum. The aircraft was still leaking. We were able to see the leakage, but we were not fearful. We wanted to move to the border, and I was thrown into Udhampur Air Base, which is in Jammu and Kashmir. By 11 o'clock, I reached. We had many landings, many were dropped, many were picked up, and finally I was thrown in Udhampur. The moment we started picking luggages, they said, no, forget about your luggage, it will go to the barracks. You have to go to the runway and lights are to be serviced. I was an electrical engineer along with others. And we did that. We never said that we didn't sleep, we didn't have food. Those things we forgot. The aim was only to give a befitting reply. That's all. That was the spirit. So that kind of feeling, probably it comes to everybody. It's not only Faujis. This time in Operation Sindoor, we have seen even Asaduddin Owaisi, a man, a literate man, barrister, who was always talking about Hindu, Muslims and all. No? This time, for the first time, he said, today I'm talking as an Indian, we have to give a befitting reply to Pakistan and we will give a reply as an Indian, not as a Hindu or a Muslim. A great thought by Asaduddin Owaisi ji. I really appreciate that. That kind of sentiment, that kind of patriotism, if it comes, India is a great country. It's a Vishwa Guru already. Now USA, Russia is already a friendly. China is fearing India. US is fearing India. Our Donald Trump changes his tune every day. He doesn't know what to speak about India. He's fearful. It's about the economy. It's about the tax. There are many political
things. Barefooted, right?
Yes, but coming to militarily, today is the era where India doesn't have to depend on any country. India is self-sufficient to beat any of the countries. But India always believes in peace, ahimsa one, and we will never move forward first. We love peace. But if somebody comes and backbites us or attacks us, we are not the people of Gandhi's era, where if someone slaps here, you show the other gal. No, that era is gone. That's a practical era. It is for that. There's no compromise on that. We will talk with eye on eye. We will na jhukenge, na humse hum. Chauda karenge apna sina. Nahi. Do respect to the opposite party. But if they misbehave with us, we have our way of dealing with any of the countries. That is why USA and even Russia, China is not coming forward to openly support because they are worried about their tax problems. Turkey, they came and Israel gave a fitting reply. And their message, they said, no, we were going to Malaysia and we came just for exercise. Anyway, that's their concern. We are not worried about what Turkey does or what the USA does. We are self-sufficient. Our soldiers are so powerful. And you know what India did in Operation Sindoor? A day before India attacked, Indian Home Ministry announced we'll have mock drill. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Pakistanis
Yes, sir.
probably were taken into the message that India will have 2-3 days of mock drill, preparing for what, so we can relax.
Then,
And the second thing in India, in English, people say LLTT. That is looking to London and talking to Tokyo. They were thinking India is doing mock drill. But whereas India did not use even aircrafts. You know what India used? They flew Lux drones and the Vande jets. They are pilotless aircrafts. Vande jet and Lux drones, they are British made. So when these pilotless aircraft flew, they started shooting. They were claiming that we shot so many aircraft. We shot Rafale.
yes,
It was
yes.
not Rafale. It was this pilotless Vande and Lux. After that, when they were engaged with firing this, India fired BrahMos missile. From
Yes, we
Indian
heard about
territory.
that.
You know, one more thing what India has propagated here, we'll be moving out aircrafts to the border, we'll have exercise, night exercise in the border area. So they thought the same aircraft which moved to the border is flying and attacking. But our strategy was quite different. Ajay Deol, thanks to him, thanks to Rajnath Singh ji, Amit Shah ji and Modi ji, the team, Jaishankar ji, you know, it was a collective teamwork which fooled
Yes, sir.
Pakistanis very badly. I'm not disrespecting the military of Pakistan, no, because they are also very much spirited to save their country. But the problem here is it is not Pakistani, it's a proxy war they're trying to, through these terrorists, they are trying to fight with India. It's killing innocent people in Pahalgam who came as a tourist. That is not the way. You want to fight war militarily. There's no problem. One has to win, one has to lose. Doesn't matter. In 1971 war, Bangladesh was liberated. We gave them freedom. 93,000 soldiers were prisoners of war from Pakistan. They surrendered. India left them freely. About what Modi ji said, ये भारत का संकल्प है कि हम आतंकियों और आतंकियों के जड़ को जड़ से उखाड़ फेंकेंगे, तब तक हम चैन से सोएंगे नहीं. Trade and talks will not go together, and blood and water will not flow together. It was Modi's word. He said, no, I'm determined.
Yes,
I will not. Sindhu, innocent people were killed. That we will take the revenge on that. And we have done very tactically, we have done. Pakistan was thinking, oh, they'll be doing 2-3 days of mock drills around India. And when this Vande jet and the Lux drones, pilotless, they were flying, they thought aircrafts have attacked because we had announced that aircrafts are moving to the border. They started firing them. They were pilotless aircraft. Materials we can buy, life we cannot buy. And then we use our BrahMos S-400, destroy. Tactical move. In the war, it is do or die. Whoever is intelligent enough, he makes a move. They were talking about nuclear. We हम शो के लिए नहीं रखा है. अगर सिंधु का पानी रुका तो भारतीयों का खून बहेगा. Now there are those jokers who have been talking all those nonsense. If they are militarily powerful, they should fight. Fighting a war with military is not an illegal thing. That's a legal thing. But killing innocent people, entering into as terrorists, and then infiltration, and then disturbing, if they are not able to digest India's growth, especially in Jammu and Kashmir, the way tourism has come up, they are not able to digest.
So, after all these things, whatever happened in Operation Sindhu, where are we currently standing now? If someone asked me, what are the current statistics of the situation, what would be your answer? Is there something that is behind the scenes?
There's so much going behind the scene. Diplomatically, we are at the topmost level. Look at the apathy of this Pakistanis. Who is supporting them? Which country has come forward to support? And look at India. Jaishankar ji is talking and Rajnath Singh ji is talking. The whole world, now our MP delegations have gone all over the world only to tell what happened in Operation Sindhu and what India was very clear on 7th. Modi ji told very clearly, giving free hands to the generals and CDS. The message was very clear. We will target only terrorist camps and their terrorists, not civilians, not even military. But only when they bounced back on us, with all those Chinese outdated missiles and Turkey's this toy-like things. Then India went to attack these air bases. They destroyed 9 air bases. That is the power of this. And the beauty was in this operation, not even a single aircraft crossed the border. Not even a single aircraft crossed the border. The Karachi is in a target. You must be knowing the geography as to where Karwar is. INS Vikram and INS Vikramaditya both are stationed. We just came back from Lakshadweep day before yesterday. We were not allowed to enter into Bangaram Island. When we asked, they said, sir, even we cannot go. Why? Something like war is going on. These poor people, they didn't know what actually is happening. But we knew. The range of this INS Vikrant and Vikramaditya is 600 kilometer radius. So even Lakshadweep is coming under this. By chance in Pakistan, fires also, civilians should not be affected. That is why Bangaram and Kalpeti was banned for us. We were only in Agadhi. We went by air and we enjoyed and came back just day before yesterday night. But those local people, poor people, the Lakshadweep came to light only after Modi ji spent some time in Lakshadweep because G20 delegates visited there. And after that, Modi ji thought, okay, let me go. He spent about 20 minutes in that beach, sat and photos, and Maldives had stomach upset and all those politics happened and then they had to come begging and now anyway. Now the same is the case with Turkey. Tourism center, they lost their tourism only because of their wrong move. We have to be sensitive enough as to what strategy we have to adopt. You support anybody, you sell your armament, doesn't matter, that's a trading. But supporting a country which is, backstabbing, that is not human, that is inhuman, right? So that is why this condition of Azerbaijan and Turkey is today. China is so intelligent. They are just backing. Why they are backing? That they are bothered about that the port that they have made near that Iran. Yes, so they are worried because they have funded that. It's not Pakistan which has funded that. So there are so many things, it's not only about somebody firing and killing somebody or no, it's not like that. It's a big drama, especially by the USA. These nuclear bombs, when India attacked Pakistan, Pakistan feared the nuclear gases are leaking because they did not know how to control it. It is not Pakistani's nuclear missile. It was Americans stored in Pakistan. In case China does something, they can use from Pakistani base. And Pakistan was using that as a tool. Yes. Please come.
So those nuke sites in Pakistan, which were claimed that those nuke sites are being covered by India.
No, it was US's storage. Pakistanis didn't know. They were puzzled because it started leaking. And when the press journalist asked our Air Marshal Bharti ji, he said, for the first time I'm hearing, because we never targeted a nuclear base. Now we came to know that there is a base. And now USA started moving those because Pakistanis didn't even know how to operate. They were only by storing that, they were blackmailing us. That is what Modi ji said. Nuclear blackmail will not work. If you are nuclear country, we are also nuclear. But now it is exposed that the nuclear is not theirs. It is USA stored with the fear in case China moves, does some circus. Because they are from a far distance, no? They wanted a base, and Pakistan is easily sellable. It's the bigger picture. It is not a very small thing. So this is all. It's not just about killing 26 people. No, it's
all about the diplomacy.
Disturbing this environment in J&K, so the tourism. Because why this terrorist camps are mostly located in Pakistan-occupied Indian Kashmir? You know why? Because they thought India will never attack Pakistani-occupied Indian Kashmir because it is India's part. So they will not. So thinking that India will never attack Pakistani-occupied Indian Kashmir, they brought so many training camps. But what India did, 9 bases were destroyed. in one single go. 23 minutes operation. Correct?
इतनी
Yeah.
सारी जो घटनाएं पीओके में होती हैं, कश्मीर में होती हैं, उन वादियों का क्या कभी वो सब तो कहती भी नहीं है वो वादियां कुछ भी, वो बस लेकिन काफी सारे कोहराम सुन जाती है। और ये to how long will it going to be Kashmir see this?
At the end of the tunnel, there is always a light. Correct? If you believe, at the end of the tunnel, there is always a light or a ray of hope. Article 370 is withdrawn. People said, "Khoon bahega." We all have heard. Did it happen? Stone building stopped. Tourism boomed. Kashmir is a good people.
Yes, sir.
Kashmir is a good people, but they didn't have employment. People, those big bosses, politicians, their children are studying in UK, USA. These poor people are not given even education. They are given 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 50 rupees for pelting stone. They don't know what they are doing. They do it. When this Article 370 was lifted, me and our Arif, we all were in Delhi. We were having our reunion, 7 of us. Our group is called, in MBA group is called 7th Star. Muhammad Arif, your friend's father, Muzaffar Hussain, Abdul Kalam, Mumtaz, me, Yashavanth Shetty, Nilab Agarwal, and Kumar Swatantra. We 7 are one group, MBA group. And if I have done my MBA, it's thanks to these people who helped me. I was doing my duties. We were studying in my camp. I used to call them and they used to come. They were excited to see aircraft, but we were studying in the camp. My MBA was very tougher. But then these people didn't let me down. They pulled me up. Again, it was a united effort. All Indians, after this Pahalgam attack, I don't think any Indians will hesitate for the innocent death. Instead, they want to take revenge, and every Indian civilians also will be moving forward to sacrifice or give his or her share of contribution towards safeguarding India, Mother tongue.
So,
Yes.
just rest of the Operation Sindoor, what major steps are taken by Indian government? Like we have heard about in this very treaty, the diplomatic personnel, how they were reduced from the parliament.
Okay.
So, what are the major steps?
So, I will just tell 2-3 things. Terror and talks will not happen together. Terror and trade will not happen. पानी के साथ खून नहीं बह सकता है. या तो पानी बहेगा या तो पानी बह सकता है, लेकिन पहले आतंकवादियों को हवाला कर दो. You hand over them. You can't control them. We will deal with them. You hand over them. But they are not ready. You have seen that cremation, no? 14 people were given military honors. Are they really deserving that? If a military man died, I would certainly salute. Yes, military man is a military man, whether it's a Pakistani or Palestinian, whoever it is. But they were not.
But they were getting a proper state funeral from Pakistan. This
And
was so
they are-
insulting for us. What are they
You know,
doing?
It is like अपने ही पाँव पे कुल्हाड़ी मारने वाली बात हो गई. Pakistani did not
Exactly.
know what to do. They did this and then they remembered, oh my God, we are exposed. One gentleman said, Bilawal Bhutto said, अगर सिंधु में पानी नहीं बहा तो भारतीयों का खून बहेगा. Why not even a single drop of blood has flown? Other ministers said, हम showpiece के लिए नहीं रखा है nuclear bombs. Where is his voice? Now Pakistanis only are questioning them. What nonsense you were talking and trying to fool us. What you have done. Pakistanis themselves are admitting. This is the tragedy of India. Pakistan also could have, I don't say they are not brave, Pakistani, because pre-India, all Indian and Pakistanis were trained by our Indian Military Academy only, Dehradun. Spirit was the same. But it is the two, a religious theory by Jinnah which broke this country. And then East Pakistan was forced because of this Bangladesh, they were being ill-treated because generally this Pakistan is dominated by Punjabis. God forbid, if things go as per Indian strategy as on today, if at all Pakistan is existing in the map, it will be with only Punjab or Pakistan. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa will go, Sindh will go, Baluch will go, and POK has to come to India without even fighting. This is the Bangladesh is already liberated. So what is the power of Pakistan? Pakistan today, Punjab, and when Sindhu water is stopped, what would it, can we live without water? Can we live? No. So it's just the pressure that is put. I don't think we are so inhuman that we will continue this. Probably we will, the first step we will take about this, it's just the pressure that we are putting. So give up the terrorists, you can't handle them, give them to us, we will deal. The Havrana is already in India. Even Vijay is there in London.
Yes, even in the middle of the operation, there were clips from POK.
Yes.
Who was seen,
Correct.
properly seen that those people are also worried, and of course they will be worried about their future. What is the Pakistan doing for them?
Yes.
Nothing.
Nothing. What now? Baluchis are open. Baluch said, just give us little support. We want liberation. And they are the rich people. Mineral wise, they are the richest people. The resources wise. That is why Pakistan doesn't want to give the independence. Yesterday also on TV, I was seeing a policeman chasing youngster, and the lady was asking why you are beating him. No answer. Yesterday, as of yesterday, it's all on TV. POK is a part of India, not because we want to expand our country. No, because since 1947, they never wanted to be with the Pakistan. They wanted to be a part of India only. And Afghan border, you know, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, what is happening? They are also attacking Pakistan. No, Pakistan army doesn't know whom to fight. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa or this Sindh region or our Baluch or POK. In POK also there is a disturbance. So this is the scenario today. And India is in a very good position whether others accept. For the first time in the world, people realized, yes, terrorism is a grave sin and grave problem. Because it affected even Europe. Nobody was belling the cat, but India belled the cat, and when the diplomatic channels were open, all countries said, even Saudi Arabia, UAE said, Qatar, which is Al Jazeera's place, the country where I serve, they also said, no, what you did is wrong. Militarily you fight. But can anybody think of, can Pakistan think of fighting with India? They can only have this kind of proxy wars, infiltration, that's all, nothing more than that. Yes.
So then why did they violate the ceasefire? They know the condition of their military power, but still they violated the ceasefire.
No, they did not know the power of this ammunition they had. They thought it's a chance for them. They thought it will fire on India. But they did not know it was the old junk things that China, because China was giving free of cost. Pakistanis didn't have money to pay. Chabahar port was the main reason why Pakistan is being supported by China, because they want that port to be saved. Otherwise, India, when G20 happened, what India had an agreement with Saudi Arabia, Middle East, and Europe and America that we'll make this path. Well, if this path is made, Chabahar will be of no use. Their money will be going down the drain. So that is the requirement for Pakistan. And Pakistan cannot give anything else other than their land to China. Nothing else they have. Very sorry to say, they are the begging beggars. Saudi Arabia openly says, please take your citizens back. We can't bear them. We will not allow them to come and beg here. So this is the scenario.
So if one sort of time comes that a full-fledged war becomes a situation between India and Pakistan, there are chances, right, that China will support Pakistan because they have to for the land.
You think as of today China has guts to go against India? Do you all think?
As of today, what I have read of in news, that China is rewarding J-35A jets to Pakistan, and there's a time period till August.
Yes, you said that, so let me talk about that also. Okay? You talked about,
Yes, sir.
see, what China had given, correct?
Yes.
China was given, and this Pakistan was given with ZU 23mm, J10, JF17. Were they useful? Were they useful?
No, sir.
Instead, Pakistanis, by using this, they insulted China. Turkish, Kamkazi was used. Okay? Kamkazi drone was used. It was fired in the air. Turkish came to know, my God, my weapons are of no use. They wanted to become heroes by supporting this. Look at the irony of these poor countries. I mean, their fate. Do you think with this situation, China will dare to face India?
I don't
Will
think
Iran
so.
face India? Will Iran dare to go against India? Indian foreign minister came, he visited Pakistan and then he came to India and went back. Correct? After this,
Yes, sir.
that's a patch of work. Oh, no, we are also against this. Don't worry, we are not with them. That's the message they wanted to give. Unfortunately, even Islamic world is not with this Pakistan. That's the tragedy because that is the situation they have created all over the world. All Muslims are not terrorists, but all terrorists, unfortunately, are Muslims. That is the situation today. We feel pity for them. People are trained, brainwashed in that way that you will go to Jannat. Who is in Jannat? This is Jannat or Jahannam. Correct, no?
Yes.
You lead a good life, keep helping. This is Jannat. Otherwise, what Jannat or Jahannam it is there? So that has to be, we have to become human beings first. When we become good human beings, that it's, say for example, I'm not capable of helping somebody, it doesn't matter. Not troubling others is the biggest help. Am I right?
Yes.
But no, we think in the other way. It's an era where if you are wealthy, I'm jealous. If you have problems, I'm happy. Will that work in the humanity? It doesn't work like this. It's Sarve Jana Sukhino Vasudhaiva means all should be together like one family, exchanging help, need, bringing smile on the faces of people always, not necessarily with the money. But if somebody puts fire, then instead of firefighting, we will prevent before you put fire. Exactly that is what we did against Pakistan this time. Exactly. Because this, we fooled them and we attacked them. They were taken aback. They were not knowing what to do. They were confused. And India was, between Vijay Yatra chal raha hai all over. Now this political game has started in India. Now again it started. For few days, all were one. Now the political drama started because Bihar election is ahead. Tamil Nadu election is there. Now unka political roti bhi sekna hai. But Fauji bechara border mein hi rahega. With the bond he has signed, he dutifully honors that. He is ready to sacrifice his life. Everyone should be patriotic towards his or her nation, be it any country. A day we think like Israelis, we are in line with that. But it's high time, I think, if Pakistan, even now, it's better late than even now, if Pakistan thinks, yes, what we have done is wrong, let's learn by our mistakes and come forward. I think India will extend hands. India clearly said, we are ready for talks, provided terrorism should come to an end. Terrorism will not be helping anybody, including Pakistan. It may give opportunity for these armed producers to buy some dollars or euros. But the effect of that will haunt every soul on this earth. Hiroshima and Nagasaki is the example. But you know how they rose back? Japan. After that disaster, they rose back. Patriotism, oneness. They said only the unity will give us result. And today, USA is even afraid of Japan for their technological advancement because it is the era of technology. Man behind the machine. Technology is there, but if you don't know how to use it, what is the use of technology? Man behind the machine will give you result. Just as simple as that. The earlier Pakistan also learned India doesn't want our neighbor to be enemies forever. No. Pakistanis are good. I shared my 4 friends, probably they also may be watching this. My good friends from Pakistan, they are there. They love me even today. Even today. I left Qatar in 2008, but still in contact with them. Good people. The government, the environment is bad. People are not bad. Pakistan military also will not blame. They are also sacrificing their lives for their country to serve their motherland. Not wrong. The policies, the leaders who are not playing the real role of what they are supposed to do. 93,000 POWs, we released them in 1971. It's not a small number. 93,000 prisoners of war India gave to save Mujibur Rahman. And today the same Bangladesh is hating India. A big salute to all the martyrs who laid down their lives in those who are serving. Jai Hind.
We also say Jai
Jai
Hind.
Hind. Jai Hind. Bharat Mata ki Jai.
Jai.
Yes.
From here, we purely get a conclusion that if Pakistan fires, India will retaliate. I repeat, India will retaliate. This is the new normal, and in many ways, this is not just a military recalibration, it is also a psychological revolution. To what extent I can see now. The terror machine may not dismantle overnight, nor will Pakistan stop its saber rattling. But something fundamental has shifted, that India was no longer playing by Pakistan's script and will ever no longer play by Pakistan's scripts, till now and till the future. Once you call the bluff, the game changes forever.